As the seconds tick down, no is the answer, and it ends up being the Oriana. So they have a pretty beefy team fight when you think about it on the H2K side.
He's heading for one of the only players that in the early game we said had to get through. Prophet, he's in trouble.
There we go, Odoamne hopping for him, but Jankos follows through with a flash, and they just keep throwing the autos. Shook is going to tag his way in. There's the axe, and all of a sudden the flame spitter's on. It was all abated. It's first blood. Step one, pretend to get killed. Step two,
being that far pushed up without flash, especially up against a jungle like a KazaLoLLCS. But here is the H2K play we were talking about.
Shay is coming in, but he doesn't bring anyone else to the party. Jankos on top of Nagme inside the pit. The barrel will knock him into the corner, and Odoamne gets the belly bop off. But meanwhile, it looked like Fevin was going to be in some trouble. Shook was on top closely, but there's a lot of vision here now. Jankos, he could be in trouble. There's the TP. They turn it right back around, as Shook has to Ragnarok out of there, but not fast enough, as Fevin will get the finishing blow. Now Spraddle and Hikyu looking to try and make plays around the map, but despite the fact that he owns that top side, we'll see what he's able to do on the bottom as he TPs in right in front of the face of Tom Kench. Can Prophet get the kill up? Well, it looks like they might have found Nuclear without his help, but he heal baits on. Can he take out Hikyu? No, he cannot. That's a one kill for the AD carry of NIP, and Shay's going to have to flash.
Quite a messy game. See if Jankos can get the steal.
Can he get the smite steal off? No, he cannot, but he might be able to get the consolation prize of the kill. Actually, he has to flash outside. And he's on the wrong side of that pit right now. Let's see if he can sneak his way out, or he's going to get splatted by Nagme.
This has been quite a messy game from both teams.
Just a little bit.
Normally the strength of H2K in the top lane. Nagme is going to check it. He's going to just check it.
Oh! I don't think you need a rocket to splat a bug, but
Jankos could try and steal again.
Good. Not going to go there in time. It does get secured, and Odoamne is right inside of the Ninjas team. And it's Hikyu that's going to be able to pick up a second kill on the game. NIP extending that goal. Less famous.
Yeah, much less famous.
Oh, Spraddle, hello. Okay. So Febby got his kill.
A polite clap.
This team, he's actually gone back to mid, so he's going to have to come back in.
Yeah, it doesn't
Second Shook, will he go in time to get the steal? Ragnarok's on! He's going to be able to take it right out from under the noses of H2K. Fevin shockwaves in 3, but all of a sudden NIP have some life in them, and can they find the fight? Prophet isolated, tries to get down Fevin as he goes golden. Hikyu takes out Jankos in the back of it all, and the dust clears. It ends up being a 1-for-2 in favor of H2K.
He's like, I've got a QSS, now I'm going to get a Phantom Dancer, I'm going to try and stop Jankos.
At least didn't build the QSS first, like some AD carries.
Yeah, that's true. Steal back the one you're alluding to.
I know he's not here. Still taking the shot, but Nagme wants to go on the offensive right now, and he's found Odoamne. Do they have the damage to finish him? It looks like Hikyu does, and they pull a catfish on a line. Shook going running, but not going to be
strength to strength. Now it's Jankos' time to shine. He needs to get in here and try to steal this away.
They turned on for him, but Spraddle might regret his decision to go all the way in. It's going to be Prophet pulled in by the shockwave. And that's going to be 3-on-3 right now. Hikyu, Nagme, Prophet, all incredibly low. Nuclear flashing to try and cut them off, and there's nowhere to go for this team. But Nagme wants to turn around and go out in a blaze of glory. Prophet, not so much.
Didn't even matter that Odoamne was seconds on the respawn. No chance of that big play coming from Shook.
Nagme's not going to go for it. He just throws down the Foss Bomb to see if there was a chance in hell he could get the steal off on the Baron. But H2K, after
much better performance than anticipated.
Absolutely. Well, H2K are looking to try to go 5 members deep. Now Odo does get hooked up, but he's able to pop his way back. Shockwave going to get dodged out, and Fevin is fired down by Nagme. Redemption comes in, and all of a sudden, the Ninjas have found some life. They're going to go all in as Che just tries to pull distraction duty here, but Hikyu is unstoppable. Jankos ticking his health away, and he might just live to tell the tale.
Odoamne's top lane because Prophet was pushed up. This is what H2K needed to wait for.
So Prophet is going to try to have to walk this one out, but the arrow goes right on top of him, and it's going to be easy peasy clean up duty. Down he goes. And Nuclear will get the kill credit here. What can
He's already had one steal today. Can he get another?
Well, I don't think they're going to give him a chance right now. He's going to have to Ragnarok in just the wrong direction as the Elder Drake goes down in favor of H2K.
NIP is an opportunity.
But now all 5 are here. Can the Baron go down in time? Prophet throws the ultimate on, and Jankos is able to get the smite out. But the fight is here. Can NIP hang strong against the Baron, against the Elder, against all 5 members of H2K? And Fevin is going to get a hell of a shutdown right now, and that is going to be H2K looking to clean house. NIP limping back to base, but it's a flash forward for Jankos to try and get the kill. He's hooked on the line. Nagme wants a kill, but he's not going to get it. Shay finishes to follow through. Jankos is flayed back, and Spraddle's just going to pop his GA, but it's time for Che and Nuclear to cut the rest of the team off, and this is going to be GG.
Febin found Hikyu, which means H2K will find the win. it wasn't the one-sided game we were expecting, but H2K proving that in game one they at least have NIP's number in the late game.
Oh yeah, it took them just shy of 43 minutes, but with every buff in the books, they're going to be able to close this one out. Nip definitely proved to be tough customers on the board, but all said and done, H2K will wipe their hands of it and look to take 1-0 in the lead on the series.
I don't think H2K will be, unfortunately, it's going to be the core key.
Yeah, all right.
We talked about it before anybody had locked anything into mid lane. It just is such an unbelievably strong pick right now.
Always possible. Ooh, and that's a flash for flash, and another one following through. Shook has got his eyes on the bottom side, and it looks like it's going to be first blood over to the jungler from NIP.
We were looking at how maybe it was, like, I don't know whether NIP, this is going to favor them.
Right into Spraddle here. He's got one
Origen has TP.
Another. Pulls in Spraddle, but the rest of NIP have arrived, and Jankos is bouncing down into the bottom lane, but this is chaos here, as Shook is going to get taken low, but not taken down. Shay's going to be the first casualty of this fight, and Odoamne trying to join the fray, but he is not fast enough to get out of harm's way. H2K are able to turn that one right around. It's a 2 for 2.
That trade is not exactly what H2K were looking for from that. Now Nuclear was pushed up on his own.
He does have his flash, but he's not going to get a chance to use it. It looks like Nuclear is going down to HQ.
Exactly the same mistake we saw from Nuclear in game one. Overstaying after H2K getting something from an engagement and then getting turned on by the bottom lane of NIP.
But all of a sudden the ghost switch is happening all across the map. We're seeing some moves all over the place. Prophet trying to be tough, and he's going to survive until Jankos comes forward with a stretching strike to finish the job, and Febiven's even going to be able to pick up Spraddle. It was a heroic effort, my friend. It's Jankos looking for him. Scout of the week, but panned away from it as the Twitch is going to be caught up. Nuclear nowhere to go. He's locked up, and the Lantern is going to save his life, but Shook's right on top of him and finishes the kill.
Premonitions. Thing is, look, nobody from H2K has gone to collect bot lane yet. Now Nuclear's caught.
And that looks like Che is going to get fired down, but not fast enough as Jankos is going to hop in. Teleports aplenty here, but it's Febiven who's going to draw the first kill in this fight, and HQ gets pulled right back into the team, into the waiting arms of Nuclear as Shook trying to make his great escape, but Odoamne says, oh no, you don't! Nagne, get over here! And he's going to be fired down. A double kill now for the Camille, and H2K just opened up a series. We've seen H2K have a few moments where things have just gone not quite their way, but it looks like this might be one of those. Even though it was Shook going in onto Che, they've turned it around damage-wise, and in comes Jankos flying through and pulls Spraddle and Shook together for the kill. And Nagne trying to make the hero play, gets flayed back, caught up on the hook, a double kill for the Twitch, and Nuclear is having a blast this game. Once again, Jankos is coming in, and fortunately this time he couldn't save the life of the rat.
Holding even on the fight basis, but now NIP. They were wondering whether anyone was taking that Lantern from Che.
Oh, hello. At the end of the day, you just needed to throw down the Dark Sphere. At least NIP, proper attire for a snoozer.
Yep, here we go again.
Jankos going in, and they get the hook this time, and oh, they pull everybody together. That's going to be a whole lot of damage, and Jankos says, let's go bounce, and I think you like it. Nuclear cleaning house on the back of it, but it looks like Prophet's going to be able to get at least one kill in the end. Nagne tries to be the hero, but it is just not enough. Prophet is the last man standing, is going to try one more time, but the hook pulls him in for the quadra kill. Nuclear's huge.
Baron buff's going H2K's way. This game has gone full into their favor.
Oh man, dive 4 times, a couple in lane just to give the enemy team false hope, and all of a sudden, rat-a-tat-tat. A lot longer than we usually expect from the Ninjas Pyjamas. Shook going in onto Jankos. Scout of the week is going to stop him in his tracks. But the teleport's coming in for Prophet right now. Jankos wants to go bouncing into the tower, and Redemption keeping him healthy for just a moment, but Shook picks up Febiven all the same. Che is going to be able to finish off Nagne. Actually, it ends up being Nuclear gets a kill himself. Jankos pulling everyone together with the last tick of his health bar, and Nuclear's going off again. How about that for 2 more kills? And Shook, you ain't going nowhere.
It has gone from an even game to a nearly clean.
All those fights, we saw the gold graph and how it had started to trend downward for NIP, as usually expected, but this is the cliff just going right off the rails here. Spraddle's up to defend. Nagne's there as well, but with 28 minutes on the clock,
Nagne's in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, nowhere for him to go right now. They have to rely on falcing away from danger, but there is no escape route for you. Nagne is going, and gone with legendary nuclear. 13 earlier on, just try and keep himself.
This time, yeah, Jay
down
wants
now.
it.
They got the teammates in, and Jankos is going to hop into the party. Odo joining the fight as well. And Fevin starts it off by taking down Prophet. Nuclear is unloading all of his damage for a double kill, and that's like that. There are no NIP members left. Clean ace. 30 minutes on the board, and boy, was this a different kind of game. But in the end, it is H2 what? H2-0, baby.